Sam?
Hello.
Hi. Today on Table for Four, we've got joining us Dawn O'Porter and Gemma Cairney.
We do.
What are you cooking for us all?
So to start, we're having broad bean and feta toast, so a bit like a
Delightful.
bruschetta.
Nice.
Gemma broke the internet. So when I was just like, no one cares about what I have to say. Oops. Okay, maybe they do.
And then we have got Tuscan chicken, which is because Dawn likes a white wine chicken, apparently. It's like chicken in a white wine sauce. So we're zhuzhing it up a bit, making it Tuscan style.
What makes it Tuscan?
Sun-dried
The
tomatoes.
chicken is from Tuscany.
Yeah.
It's an Italian chicken
there's a
been
really
flown in.
hot guy from Italy in there cooking it.
Oh, right.
And that's
Don't sexualise my podcast, please.
and so that's going to be with rice.
And I was like, okay, can I get out? And he's like, no. And then she caught my sick in her hand.
Did a little bit of asphyxiation there to get us through our afternoon.
And then for pudding, we've got a roulade, mango roulade.
Oh, nice.
With physalis on top.
Physalis.
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 Not to be
Is that a
confused
fruit?
with the sexually transmitted disease.
Well, I'll try not to think of that when I'm eating it.
Thank you.
I thought we liked each other until we met you.
Interesting.
Right, go on,
I'm
get
off.
cooking.
Welcome, Dawn O'Porter and Gemma Cairney to Table for Four. We were recording all that. We could probably cut it in
were we?
later.
Were we?
But the catch-up is
Are we
fantastic.
doing now? Are we on now?
Yeah, we're on. I've just done it.
Cool.
We're happening.
Great.
We're happening.
Hello.
We just did it.
Welcome to the podcast. Are you
Welcome and
hungry?
thank you.
Yes.
I'm so hungry. I'm always self-conscious of the noises that I'm making.
Yes.
What's in stomach rumbling?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all in this together,
Okay, great.
and we're
Yeah.
going to be making the same noises. And
Yeah.
Sam is going to bring over our starter and a drink,
Great.
and hopefully they will be vaguely related to your tastes. But whilst that happens, we're going to do some quick-fire questions, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Go.
Who is the best cook?
Dawn.
Really? There was
I'm
no
not even
thought
gonna
about
argue that.
Really?
Come on, can you imagine if I was like me? Everyone would know that was a lie.
I don't know if I've ever eaten anything that you've cooked.
Exactly.
Have you ever cooked for her?
I don't think so.
No.
That makes me a bit embarrassed because I can cook.
I'm sure there's been some hungover toast delivered at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
But do you take great enjoyment in it? Are you like, you love cooking for people?
I'm obsessed with cooking for people. So yeah, I would have cooked for Gem and but no, but I'm also like I want people to come to my house so that I cook.
Yeah.
Or we go out, don't we?
Yeah, and I think, we've been in so many different places in terms of home
Yeah.
that's probably what's prevented me cooking for you.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Whatever,
I've
Gem.
just lived, all around the world.
This
and it's-
this dry toast, was it any good? Because I think it could be your lucky day.
Great.
Oh.
Love dry toast.
yes.
He's making it less dry.
Dry.
Now I might have got
what have we got,
inspiration.
We've got some broad bean and feta toasts.
Yum.
It is
Nice,
toast,
huh?
but it's not dry.
This is such a treat.
Yeah?
Also, like eating whilst on mic, I don't think I've ever done that.
It shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it probably doesn't.
But we're going to do it anyway.
But we're going to do it anyway.
I think people will love
Who's the
sound
most
of it.
adventurous eater?
Oh. I mean, I just associate the word adventurous with you full stop.
But you're pretty adventurous too.
I do eat I'd say we're probably on a level there.
Yeah. It's funny because we met when we were in the jungle, but we weren't in the jungle. We were on the panel show for I'm Celeb, Get Me Out of Here, which is, you said 16 years.
Oh
My tummy's rumbling so bad loudly.
But people were eating weird stuff in the jungle, but we just got to comment on it.
Yeah, so we were just in that switchover show that,
Yeah.
and then they would just be eating disgusting things. We had one of the best weeks of our lives. We literally met and just drank and ate our way through this amazing 5 days in Australia and fell madly in love and have been friends ever since. But we
Because on the show, the stuff they put in their mouth isn't great.
not great,
Yeah.
not
No.
Did
great.
they try and make you try any of that?
Do you know what? I remember you gave me some really good advice, like
was
some
it?
sisterly advice, because they were like, the production team were being quite enticing with like extracurricular activity. We were there to film the show once a day. That was it. They'd like call your hotel room and be like, do you want to be part of like extra VT and like maybe do this or spend a night in the jungle for fun and experience? And I was a bit like, oh, should I do that? Is it like good for my career? And I remember asking Dawn, and she was like, no, come and have dinner with me. And I was like,
Yeah, exactly. But I remember that was like we were not in the tabloid world at all. And I remember them saying to me one day, if you happen to want to go to the beach in a bikini, we could make sure that someone's there to capture it.
Yeah.
I was like,
What an opportunity.
I didn't understand what they were talking about. I was like, firstly, I haven't worn a bikini since I was 6. And secondly, what do you mean someone's there to capture it? And I was like, oh, everything. We're just here for for red top juice. And so we very quickly were just like, let's just have a nice time together instead.
Yeah.
Very much better decision. That looks
What have we got, Sam?
This is an elderflower and apple sparkle.
Ooh.
Nice.
Your nickname, isn't it? That looks amazing.
That does
Thank
look really
you.
good. And I'm really appreciating stuff that looks like a cocktail.
Yeah, me too. Cheers.
And what is that inspired by, Sam?
Summer, the nice weather.
Sounds good.
Very
Delicious.
broad and
Yum.
acceptable. Thank you very much.
Yum, how refreshing.
Well, I thought it'd just be nice to have a little mocktail.
Yeah, delicious.
Well,
Thank
it
you.
would, yeah.
It's yummy. It's really good.
Yum.
Who makes the best cup of tea?
Probably Dawn.
I know you can make a cup of tea,
I can
Jem.
make a cup of tea.
Thank you.
To put yourself down.
I know, I'm just like thinking about how I'm...
We'll talk about self-esteem later, but
Yeah.
I think you should...
But I feel like in your company, I'm like curled up on a sofa
Yeah, that's true.
and not really doing much.
And why is that?
Because I
Is it codependency?
definitely.
Yeah, right, okay.
Is she very motherly? Do you feel like she really looks after you?
Do you know what? Thinking about it, I don't know if it's just like the theme of mother because
Thank
I'm
you.
here
It's
like
good.
heavily pregnant. But yes, you are like you're like a sister, but you also have that maternal quality. Definitely, I feel very kind of safe and warm and looked after and nourished in Dawn's company. Definitely.
Has that always been in you, Dawn, or was there a shift?
I think it's always been in me. Also, I'm older than Gem, and even though it doesn't play out in our like friendship day to day, I feel it. I feel kind of protective and like I need to look after her for some reason, and I really enjoy it. But then I would, I'm the kind of person that if you walk into my house, I'll just put a plate of food in front of you immediately.
Oh my
That's
God, you
kind
just
of
sound
what I do.
amazing.
I'm amazing. I'm absolutely amazing.
I think that's enough for today.
You are a great host. There's no
amazing.
doubt about it. Out of
Yeah.
thinking about the qualities of Dawn, like a host is right up there.
So say you're choosing, where to go, what restaurant, which one of you would you say would be the one choosing?
That's Gem.
Oh.
Gem organised my 40th. Gem is the person who will organise you the best night out or a plan or a schedule for a holiday or anything like that. I'm home.
Right. Oh, God, that's so lovely. You're both like perfect.
We're perfect.
Did you, well, we'll see about that. Okay.
Got a bean in my mouth.
Let's dig deeper.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you realise that dynamic was going to happen or was going to be nurtured when you first met on the show? Or was there an instantaneous draw to each other? Mm-hmm. But
Definitely.
that dynamic came from that.
I was a fan. I was like so excited. In fact, one of the only reasons why I said yes to the program was because it told me who I was going to be on it with. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Dawn O'Port, I really need to meet her. I was on One Extra at the time, so I wasn't really in like a big kind of TV, shiny mainstream world. Mm-hmm. But I watched Dawn's documentaries and thought she was just absolutely just radiant. And so I went off to Australia for the first time. I'd never been to Australia before. And then I was like, I'm in this hotel room. Like, what should I do? So I think I
Called me.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna call Dawn.
Yeah.
The hotel room phone went, and it was just like, "Hi, is that Dawn?" I'm like, yeah. She goes, "I'm Gemma." It's like, great. So we went downstairs and met in the lobby, and I remember the first time I ever saw Gem. I'm sure there was fireworks. She just walked towards me wearing this jungle jumpsuit. Your hair was just mad as shit at the time. Like it just some amazing style. And I just remember thinking, I don't have anyone like this in my life.
Oh.
And I just couldn't get enough. It was Caroline Flack was also hosting at the time. Mm-hmm. The three of us became really close. We had this wild week with Jack Osborne and Neil Morrissey, who were also down there. And because Jack was sober at the time, and Neil is
Poor guy, we weren't.
We weren't, and the three of us, Caroline and Gem and I, just went nuts. We just partied all week. It was like, you know what it's like in the industry. You make friends on productions all the time, and you think you're going to be friends forever, and it doesn't really go anywhere because you get back to your lives. But this one just stuck, didn't it?
It really was quite a magical moment. I remember it feeling so carefree.
Dawn, what's it like being absolutely perfect?
It's hard, actually.
Yeah, it must be a burden.
Yeah, thank you for acknowledging.
Yeah, no,
because I get up
absolutely, yeah.
every day, and the level of maintenance I have to achieve just to like give people what they want. It's hard, but I manage it.
It's very lovely listening to two people who clearly are
It's gorgeous.
very, very fond of each other
Yeah.
talk about why they're so fond of each other. Has your friendship, have you worked together since that time? Have you collaborated on any professional projects, or has it solely been a personal thing?
Rumble in the Jumble.
Rumble in the Jumble.
So-
That was the first thing we did.
We've tried to work together. I think we've come up with ideas, but then you went to LA. You were
ruined
already
everything.
in LA, but like properly, like there for a long time, having a family. But we definitely pitched stuff before.
What was Rumble in the Jungle?
But then
Jumble.
Rumble in the Jumble was one of
Yeah.
these things, and that was like completely an initiative for like charity rather than.
Just got loads of well-known people to bring their old clothes, and we hired a church hall and just raised loads of money. Most of what we've done has been charity stuff. Gemma and I are both the kind of people who constantly have ideas and make I've got this thing going on, will you come and help out? So loads of that kind of collaboration.
Yeah.
Like I do Flagstock in honor of Caroline. Gem DJ's there. It's like we're always part of each other's projects when we can be. I would love to like have a this or do something that we do regularly together. I feel like that's in our future.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you visit
God,
Dawn in LA?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it?
My
what was
first
it like when
ever
she
trip
went?
to LA was going to see Dawn, and I remember just like literally sashaying off the plane. I was like, I've made it. And Caroline was already there, and it was your apartment that you'd had for a long time in West Hollywood. And Chris was there, and I'd never met Chris.
I just got together with Chris, and can we tell the X Factor story?
Yes, you
Oh
have
my
to. Go on, tell us.
God.
Go on, tell us.
Gemma broke the internet because Caroline was working on X Factor, and I think they were looking for a new male host. Steve Jones had got the job, but no one knew. For some reason, we knew, and Gemma just announced it on Twitter.
I thought people knew. I think it was going to break the next day or
So
something.
much trouble.
And then I wrote on Twitter before we went to bed after a night out, just like, I think I put a really big clue or something, just like, he's Welsh or something. And I don't know.
Oh my
And then
God.
I woke up the next morning to loads of people being like, this is not good. Because loads
so
of
much trouble.
people didn't get the job and didn't realise. Yeah.
Oh my
I actually
God.
forgot about that. I blocked it out.
Oh, but it was honestly that kind of thing, because that kind of thing happens and everyone makes such a fuss, and a few years later you're like, it just doesn't matter.
Well,
so
yeah.
true.
No one
Isn't
cares.
that
I know,
sort of,
I know.
A bit like, do you remember Prue Leith when she revealed the first winner for the Bake Off?
Oh,
remember
no.
when she took over?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah, that is bad.
That was bad.
That's
That was
quite bad.
Yeah, she was taken over for the first time, and it was that series. She then announced who the winner was. But I think she was in LA or she was somewhere, so the
Right.
time difference,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
she put on who the winner was.
We won't have her on this.
No, because she'd
not
ruin
allowed
it.
on.
She'd ruin it. You know what
Not
she's like.
unacceptable, really.
We had a moment in that trip in LA was so we had a great time, and we partied hard. And I remember we went to see a fortune teller, and we'd all had this really weird experience with a fortune teller. And we're sitting in the back of this cab. None of us are talking to each other because I don't know. Processing that I had just been given terrible news by this fortune teller. And we're all just kind of sitting there. And then Gem didn't feel very well, did you?
No, I feel like LA in its la-la-ness had kind of got to capacity for me.
Yeah.
I was so used to East London, and suddenly I was like in LA. And I felt really queasy. And we were in a massive like traffic jam in a cab, because you have to get cabs everywhere. And I was like, I'm going to be sick. And it was in the middle of the day. And Dawn was like, you'll get a massive fine if you're sick in this cab. And I was like, okay, can I get out? And he's like, no. And then she caught my sick in her hand.
In your hands. Oh my God, that's a true friend.
That's when I really,
That's
really
so
did
good.
think to myself.
Yeah.
This person is like viscerally.
If you go into labour now, Dawn will deliver
Yeah, I
the
was
baby.
hoping that.
I was
Yeah.
Did you
snapping my
manage to
miracle.
hold her hair back as well?
It was so funny. Caroline at this point, you remember her laugh, like
Yeah.
cackling and howling. I'm covered in sick, and Gem.
But the cab driver was thrilled, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was a real display of
Oh,
sistership.
God.
That's the thing, like with the three of us, like we were just ridiculous. We just used to laugh all the time. Everything was funny. Like even the morning of waking up to being told off for like putting out the biggest clue
Everything
ever
was
for
funny.
X Factor, and I was just like, no one cares about what I have to say. Oops. Okay, maybe they do. We've just been constantly laughing.
Yeah.
And it's so joyous to have that, particularly in this world where there's a lot, you have to be self-conscious quite a lot. Like, how are you portrayed?
Yeah.
What do you look like? Are you funny? Are you cool? And then now, you know, we're in a space where it's even more intensified of like, what are you standing up for? What's your ideology? It's so intense.
Yeah.
Whereas our MO, like the foundation of a friendship was purely just this like joy of hanging out and just being mates.
Yeah.
It was so
Belly
fun.
laughs.
We still have loads of fun,
Yeah.
but the three of us, my God. I mean, we were a lot.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Did you go to lots of restaurants in LA, or did you cook, or was it mainly liquid?
Mainly liquid and burgers. When I think of having dinner with you, it's a Sunday roast or it's burgers and red wine. Yeah, lots and lots of burgers and red
And
wine.
like chipolatas.
Oh, yeah, I
Don't know
love a
why. If they were
chipolata.
ever like on a small plates menu, it'd just be like, I'll have like 4.
Just some sausages.
But you really surprised me once by ordering steak tartare, and I never thought you were a steak tartare type person. And you know, when someone that you know quite well does something quite unexpected, and I was just really fascinated by this. I see. That's why you are adventurous. You love it.
I love steak
Yeah.
tartare.
See,
I love food.
Yeah, it's really great. This is delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is really nice. Yeah.
It's we're close to our main course, aren't we?
Yes. So, how long have you been back over here now in the UK then? After
3
living
years.
in it? Wow. And what's it like coming back?
I mean, I've just loved it.
Yeah.
I love London so much. My mum's side of the family were all East Londoners, so I feel like, you know, my feet are on the ground when I'm in London. And there's so much to do here. But I love LA, but you're in your car a lot, and it's like, I found it quite, I was a bit bored.
Yeah.
I felt like my life completely evolved around the school run.
You were there for many years,
Yeah.
weren't you?
How
16 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's a long
16
time.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a couple of years in the middle when we came back, but we still like, you know, had a foot in the door there.
Yeah.
So it was a long time and it was great. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But it was just time to come home. I think when homesickness starts kind of talking to you, it's really hard to ignore it. So no, I love being back. It's great. I know people have their own issues with this country. Every country has its problems, but it just feels a lot calmer, safer, nicer, more exciting. Just a better place to be.
Yeah.
And do you have more opportunity to get together now that you're back then?
Well-
I know you live up in Scotland, Gemma, but do you still, is it easier to meet up basically?
I mean, it's hard. We're mums and we're both really busy. We're there for each other's key moments. Like I said, Jem organised my 40th, which you should offer that as a service because just unbelievable.
What did you do? How did you organise it? What was it like?
outrageous.
It was outrageous.
Dawn's so fun to organise for. I also like very much was a part of your hen party.
Yeah, she organised. Oh my God! So I
What
said,
was it like?
I said to Gemma, "All right, fine, I'll have a hen do, but I don't want a fuss. I don't want anything. I just don't really want anything. Something small." She turns up outside my house in an open-top bus full of my friends with a megaphone. It's time for the Dawn tour, and took me on a tour on this bus of all my old East London haunts. Like
Wow.
it was unbelievable. There was a tattoo in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Did you get a tattoo?
I got a tattoo
You
on
got
my
a tattoo.
butt.
We stopped, had a cocktail bar set up on the bottom deck.
This is what happens
While
when Gemma
Dawn went in
organises a
and got
party.
a tattoo.
So good. And what else? We arrived in the Dolphin up Mare Street, classic old haunt of mine. And there was like 10 people dressed as me.
10 drag queens of Dawn.
That's incredible.
That's what Gemma does when she organises your party. So it's like,
Oh my
it's
God.
always so extra.
I had breakfast radio to do the next day as well.
Wow.
Oh, absolutely legendary.
Why don't you tell us what you've just put down in front of us to eat for our main course?
You have got Tuscan chicken, which is a sort of a riff off of chicken in white wine sauce, because Dawn, apparently you're a fan of
Love that.
chicken in white wine sauce.
Yeah.
This is a bit nice. When I say, shouldn't say a bit nicer, because obviously you love chicken in white wine sauce. But a bit...
Bit nicer than
we've
that,
judged
Mark.
it up a bit, should we say. So it's got sun-dried tomato, some spinach. It's got your white wine, cooked off for anyone with pregnancy. And served with some rice.
Delicious.
Lovely.
Love it. Thank you. Can you pass a knife?
I'm busting out of my dungarees.
Yeah. So you know, if you two were going to open up a restaurant, who would you say would be in the kitchen and who would be front of house?
Easy.
Yeah, I would be front of house. Dawn in the kitchen. We'd have fun.
It would be
That'd
amazing.
be a
Maybe
good idea.
that's the thing
I
that we
definitely
do.
go. I bet it would be amazing.
I'd love to do that with you, Gem.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a
I
restaurant.
keep having different memories now. I'm getting distracted by a funny memory.
Good,
I'm
go
thinking
on.
about your
What is
best
it?
friend ball.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was wild.
A what? Sorry.
A ball that Dawn put on for charity. And it was like, bring your best friend, get dressed up, and just like make as much money as possible. And I DJ. But that was just like raucous.
That was real
We
good.
definitely attracted like a sort of raucous
that crowd.
energy.
It was to raise money for a breast cancer charity. And all the women that came just bought the party, didn't they?
Yeah.
It kicked off. Mel C performed. I pimped out Chris in a kissing booth. Do you remember?
Oh my God, what was he kissing
I didn't know
everyone?
whether to say that or not. I was wondering
Oh,
if
that's
you
so
were...
We
good.
put Chris in a kissing booth and charged £10 a kiss. And he literally came up to me before it started and he said, please, it's no tongues, isn't it? And I was like, Chris, it's for charity. Come on.
Did you make the new tongues?
He was such a good sport.
So much fun. He was...
You should have seen the queue. It was like, went through the whole thing. I was like, wow.
That is amazing.
I know, it's amazing.
Pre-COVID, you could never get away with that.
No,
now,
but
could
do you remember when Mel C invited us all up on stage and we sang with the Spice Girl? I was just like, what is happening? I'd done, times had been a bit tough in my career just before that, and I'd ended up being the face of bum wipes.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And I was very passionate about what my offering of moist toilet tissue into the world. And it was...
Why are you saying that with a straight face?
I don't know, because I've said it quite a few times.
If you're still on contract, you can just say it. Go on.
Sometimes you just have to take the job that's on the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were so nice, this bum wipe company that I worked for, and I'd wanted to do this, ball to raise money, and they offered to pay for the whole thing. So we've got all of these this amazing nights, but with just like the advert for bum wipes throughout the whole thing. So you got Spice Girls with bum wipes. You just got Kate Nash with bum wipes.
That is so Alan Parker. Phenomenal.
I kind of skim on the edge of classy at all times. You never quite get there.
I've got to say, actually, you are classy. And I was thinking about other things that I associate with you. So host, definitely. Brilliant host. And other friends of ours say that about you too. It's not just me. And I was thinking, you're actually so eccentric.
Oh, really? I was sitting at my desk a while ago writing, and I was having to do an interview for something, and they asked me to describe myself in 3 words. And I really had a hard time doing it. I wish I'd put eccentric actually, but it's a difficult thing to say about yourself. But I'm sitting there, my dead stuffed cat is on my desk, and then my tortoise walked over my feet.
Yeah.
I don't have a normal. None of this is normal. So I should have just I just put cats. I just thought that's how I'm going to describe myself. But I think being called eccentric is such a compliment because and this is why I love Gem so much. I think with the world that we live in, the self-awareness of what social media has done to us all, we're all so aware of what we're putting out there, how we're being received, so scared of getting cancelled. And it's just so lovely to surround yourself with people who are just so unashamedly themselves and not worried about the perception and not worried about necessarily saying the wrong thing, just more interested in saying something. And I think I'm really drawn to people like that. And that's kind of the underlying basis of our friendship. Like Gem is this fireball in life. Whenever I introduce her to someone new, I just feel the same way I feel when I introduce one of my kids. We're just so unbelievably proud. I'm like, she's my friend.
Oh,
nice,
unbelievable.
it's lovely.
But on that, it's so refreshing in a lot of ways and really, really lovely to hear 2 women bigging each other up so consistently. With 2 women who work in British media, which is kind of opposite to the trope of knocking people down and building up conflict, it's really lovely to hear that. Is that really important to you to be supportive and big each other up? It seems like a real focus for your relationship.
If you get a character like Gem, the idea of getting in her way would be abusive. Like the idea of getting in the way of someone who is so bursting to make the world a better place. And so when you're friends with someone like that, the idea of jealousy coming into it, the idea of competitiveness coming into it is just so nasty. But you just sit back and support someone like this and watch what they create and the impact that they have. Gem's written this unbelievable book that's out in August, and I'm 3/4 of the way through it at the moment. It is one of those books where genuinely, if everyone in the world read it, the world would be a better place. Like, it is just beautiful and stunning. And when you've got a friend that's that clever, how dare you how dare you ruin it? You just, what's that game where that weird game, which isn't even a game, I can't believe they even play at the Winter Olympics, where they're like wiping the floor and the thing goes past. Curling. So that's it.
Yeah.
You do that.
Very
for your
popular in
mates.
Scotland,
Yeah.
in our homeland.
That's what it's like when you've got a friend like Gem. You just keep doing that so she can just keep kind of going. And you're the same with me. It's very,
that's
very
so
sweet.
lovely.
Yeah.
I think peer-to-peer support or sisterly support or whatever it is that we're describing, it's kind of unconditional way of being a friend. And really non-transactional as well, which is, again, quite rare in the creative industries. It's just so powerful. It kind of gives like the art or the friendship or the memories like back the power to everyone else's interpretation. And I find it a driving force, like again and again. Like
These themes are explored in your book as well.
Yeah. Like I just think, we are in a time of loneliness or being isolated and siloed. And it's like, actually, you can overanalyze like all the differences, but we are the same and we all need that sense of belonging. And I think when women do that for each other, it's a really beautiful thing. And I've had that with Dawn, like since we met 16 years ago. We definitely had it with Caroline. Like, it was just championing. It was just like, got your back. And that, in this time now, thinking about it, is actually just so precious and to be protected.
I think when you get to our age as well, I mean, I'm a lot older than Gem, but as soon as you kind of pass 40, you've got kids, these are the only people you should have in your life. It's like this kind of, you're we've all had, and I've not been a brilliant friend to women in the past, absolutely no angel there at all. And I've had friends who aren't brilliant to me, but this very natural cleansing happens the older that you get, as it should. Your circle gets smaller and way stronger. And I feel like that's happened really, really like clearly with us, especially since you've become a mum as well.
Yeah. When Dawn met my daughter, she was in
God.
Scotland to do a book event, and she came to a coffee shop near my house. I can't remember how old Rita was, but she was really small. And I just walked in, and it's a coffee shop that I go to regularly with my pram. And Dawn just looked at me, looked at the baby, it burst into tears, and I burst into tears. And then we were just hugging for like way too long. Everyone else was around us just like, what is going on?
You're just going to have to wait, I'm sorry.
And then when you left, the woman behind the till said to me, that was such an incredible moment to see. And it really resonates. Just that kind of, I mean, you can't really put it into words, but it's just like this moment in a life, like so moving.
That's
And your
life,
book
but-
is out in
August.
and it's called
The Immortal Sisterhood, yeah.
And you
wonderful.
guys talk about quite a lot of wild partying, media-based partying in Los Angeles, and now things are different in your life. And I think your book maybe marks that shift through food.
Yep, it does. Like, I mean, my life through food has been ridiculous. I'm such an indulgent person. And my life, when I moved to LA and I didn't know anybody, I discovered that if I cooked, people came. And my social life happened because of the food that I cooked. And I kind of went from being this kind of really unhealthy, really indulgent kind of eater, greedy, to this host, which, is the word that's come up a few times, to like bringing people to my table. Very mature attitude to I was raised by a host, so that that is in you, it's what you kind of see. And yeah, but the good times have changed. I don't drink anymore, which is wild. I don't know when or how that decision happened, but it's changed dramatically, but still incredibly indulgent and just all about the community of food and all about the connection. And your book is just all about connection and women connecting, and that's what I think food does. You've done it here. You brought us all together. It's like the reason why this podcast is so lovely to come on is because we all get to share a meal together. It's like it's such a way to bring people together, and it's how I show love completely.
And the food noises aren't that bad, are they?
No, because now I haven't stopped eating.
It's absolutely fine now.
When you were talking about the fact that I lift Gem up, I was like, but not so much that when she's talking, I'll stop eating. I don't.
Ruthless.
Don't love her that much.
Ruthless eater.
Just chewing.
How have you put the book together then? Are there any recipes in it, or is it just like is it a walk through your journey of food and your life and the moments when people have come together?
Yeah, so it's all of those things. So I lost my mum when I was 6, and in a house full of sad adults, when food was on the table, everything was okay. It was just this huge distraction, and I think as a child I latched onto it, and I was just like, this is the thing that will make everyone okay and make everyone happy. So I would just long for food times, for meal times, and then I used it as my comfort as well when I was on my own. It was just always the thing that made me feel better. Sometimes not in a particularly healthy way, but always as a way to just make myself feel good. And so I thought when I started to write Hungry Eyes, I didn't mean to write a memoir. I was going to write similar to what Jem wrote, 12 themes from my life and the food that kind of, marks that moment. And it ended up being more of a memoir of going right back and just looking at my relationship with food and the people who have come to the table and where I was at that point in my life and what we were eating and the moments that you meet people and these relationships form. And so that's kind of what the chapters look like. And then there is a recipe at the end of each one. It's when you look at your life through the lens of food, you realize, I don't know, it's just such a great way to see where you were at different times, especially as a woman, the different ways that you treat your body at different times in your life, your self-esteem, pregnancy, motherhood, socially, all of that stuff is played out in the food that you're eating at the time. So it's really, I would say to anybody, it's such a good exercise in getting to know yourself, to look back on your relationship with what you've eaten.
Did you find it quite hard at the end of, each chapter and everything to choose a recipe? I mean, to go, right, okay, this sums up this entire moment.
Yeah. Also, see, I refuse to stop eating, even when you've just asked me a question.
It's good thinking time, though.
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
it?
good thinking time. I'm looking like I've got something good coming and I don't.
I'm just being ravenous like an 8-month pregnant person should be.
Perfect. I think when writing recipes, I was quite nervous to write the recipes because I'm not a trained chef, but I've cooked all my life. And so I was like, as I was writing them down, I was like, what if a trained chef reads this book and tries this recipe and it's awful? So I'd be testing them over and over again and go, well, I think it's delicious, so just go for it. And it's a real mix of some stuff I cooked on MasterChef because I knew that was successful. So I put lots of that stuff in. And then, just stuff that I thought was delicious. But it's not a cookbook. It's highlighted with recipes.
When you were on MasterChef, how did you find it? Did you enjoy it? What was it? I mean, it must have been an incredible experience, but it must have been really tough as well. I mean, what was it like?
It was honestly one of the best experiences of my life. I was so in my element and so happy, and it's really hard work. It's not, you watch a show like that and you think, oh, there's loads of training going on. They're being told what to cook. It's just not the case. You get your brief and you have to come up with it.
Oh my God.
Practice loads at home. And then you have to write the recipe like it's in a recipe book with everything, including every wooden spoon that you need. So it's all there for you on the day. And then you go into the studio and they say, that's there, like a checklist. And yep. And then the next time you're in, they say, let's cook, and that's it. And the time is not fake. It's real. When it's over, it's over. So high pressured, if you care like I did, which I cared so much about it. But I just loved the energy of it. I loved being allowed to be completely obsessed with food. And there was a pie round and I can't have made the pie less than 20 times. I just could not stop making this pie, to the point where the school called one day. I just built this pie and I was like, this is the one. This is beautiful. It was all layered. The pastry was perfect. And I put it in the oven. The school calls and said, your kid's fallen over and banged his head on a bench. And I'm like, how bad is it though? Because is he that bad? They said, well, we'll monitor him for a minute. And then they called back 2 minutes later to go, we're calling an ambulance. I was like, okay, I'll be there then. I got home, my pie collapsed. He was absolutely fine. But I was so in the zone and so obsessed. I loved it. No.
And you did Mastermind, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You did it twice.
I've done it twice, yeah.
How was that? Because that's always absolutely terrified me.
It is so scary, but it was better the second time because I knew what to expect. It's a bit like what you were saying about things just being real.
Yeah.
I think the first time I went, I was like, oh, well, if you need to go to the loo whilst you're on the chair, they're going to let you go for a wee. And then it's just like, no, we're going to have the spotlight on you. You're going to answer the questions. We're going to terrify you because it's part of The show.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was doing early breakfast then on Radio 1, so I was getting up at about 3 a.m. every day.
Oh my God.
And then I travelled from London to Manchester to film. I was on my own. And it was just like intense. And I did Spice Girls as my subject
So
matter.
good.
Yeah.
And then 10 years later, I was asked to go on it again. And I was like, yeah, bring it on. And I took the family to Belfast, where it's filmed now. And I had a bit more of a laugh with it. And it didn't matter if I won or not, but I knew what to expect. And I did a completely different, but still equally feminist subject matter. And it's Pamela Coleman-Smith, who's in my book, who was like an esoteric fine artist and occultist, and she's very interesting. But it was like so different to Spice Girls, and really marked how much I've changed in those 10 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that you find it more difficult to write now that you've got children, and have you had to really adapt and change certain things, with the kids?
I mean, I still feel like a rookie. Rita's under 2 and I'm having another one in mid-July, just a month before my book comes out. It was a very lovely surprise.
You were planned.
I love you. I'm happy, but I'm still kind of in shock. And yeah, I mean, working in general, my goodness.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And I just really long for a world where childcare was a bit more accessible, and we did have the village and the tribe around us that we need. It would just be so nice. I feel like there's so many of us. I go to the library for this regular event called Book Bug, and there's songs and story time. And I just see loads of us, like all, parents, like guys and women, like just everybody there, just with their kids. And everybody feels like we feel the same. And I'm just like wondering to myself, like, why are we doing this so separately?
Yeah.
But we still are. I feel like we're in our homes, like stressed and tired. And I'm always trying to work out a way of living in a commune without actually living in a commune. And if you've got any ideas, let me know.
Yeah.
I just interrupt. It is like a tropical fruit roulade. So it's got mango, passion fruit, and there's it's topped off with a little physalis.
Yeah.
And it's got a little raspberry coulis.
Delicious.
Lovely.
Thank you, Sam.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Are we allowed to ask a little food question?
Yeah.
Can I just ask how you got your chicken so juicy?
Oh, well, it's fried first, and then to seal it, take it out, and then make the sauce, put it back in, and cook it. I think a lot of the problem with chicken is we cook it too much.
Yeah.
So I get a little temperature probe, just the right temperature.
Perfect.
Yeah. Bait and then just cook it in the sauce.
Delicious.
It was very nice.
Thank you.
It was very juicy, Sam. Thank you.
I do have a dancing baby in my tummy. He's happy with the food.
I felt bad having to rip the chicken away from you. So.
That's why I ate it so quickly, because I could see that it was leaving the table.
That is delicious.
Lovely,
So,
huh?
if you were going to have a dinner party, who would be your people that you would invite? They can be alive, they can be dead.
I'm assuming each other would be.
Yeah. Not to be sad, but I'd bring Caroline back.
Yeah.
Best dinner party guest of all time. I think pretty much for me, it would be most people would be alive, and it would be our mates, like you, me, Chris, Cam.
We used to do that as well.
Yeah.
Like when we were in the same city, we would have these you and I would organise big dinners, not necessarily at people's homes because there's loads of us, but we'd go and take over a restaurant. And I think we've talked about doing it as well with people that we don't actually know but would like to hang out with.
Yeah.
I think it's so brave and lovely to bring people together around a table. I think it's really important. And I love this kind of 70s dinner party vibe.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sitting there, getting to know one another in that kind of intimate way. It works.
We think we're both the kind of people who love putting people
You should
together.
do it. You should do this.
You
Yeah.
should. It
Yeah.
should be fantastic.
We love putting people together. Like we're both the kind of people who have connected lots of people who should know each other, and have always loved the idea of like a monthly women's hang where we start off with like 5 people. It's off grid. This is not on Instagram. This is just us, but everyone. We're just connecting people, and it's not just entertainment industry. It's just people who should meet. And every week, that those 5 people invite someone else, and then it just grows and grows and grows. And then I love the idea at the end of every night, just one Polaroid is taken of the night, and all of those Polaroids get
that's so
collected.
nice.
And it's like, this is the kind of fantasy thing that while we're in the trenches of parenting, it's just not going to happen, but just have this such fantasy that we'll do that in the future.
Yeah.
But just bringing people together, I love.
Living in a commune, but not living in a commune. You know, like that actually communing.
I think that's a very, very lovely thing. Do you mind if we play a game?
Love games.
Let's do it. I want to know a little bit about like you two in terms of this coming together yourself, because it is a generous thing to do.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I thought we liked each other until we met you.
Interesting.
Now we've realised.
I thought we really
how
liked each
shallow.
other.
Yeah.
And now
We've
Dang,
ruined
that.
you
that
two
relationship.
make us just look like enemies, effectively.
I could tell immediately that you hate her.
I've realised now during this
find
meal,
him so annoying.
Yeah.
I loathe her.
No, it's very obvious.
But for us, this has been really quite nice because I mean we've worked with each other for years, but it's always been just on Gavin and Stacey, isn't it? So we kind of are used to doing the same kind of scenes, and it's always like bickering, or there's an argument, or we make up, or there's always. And actually, it's really nice just sitting down as you and me and getting to like chat. And
Sounds really good cook.
Yeah.
As well,
That's
which
great.
is very lovely.
And so it's been really nice, isn't it?
We had a lot of fun.
Do you hang out off mic?
Oh, absolutely not.
No, never see each other.
not
Literally
me.
delete her number from your phone the second they
I
stop
have now.
recording.
This is all a show. No, we don't.
I want a
because-
friendship like this. I don't. It's very transactional.
Yeah, no, we don't, because I would say that I'm incredibly antisocial. But I say it's because I've got 4 children.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like 4, 9, 11 and 13, and I'm absolutely exhausted. What you're saying about, having the village around, you just don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Swansea, so my parents are still in Swansea, and, I don't live near there anymore. So you have your, friends around you, but you are all sort of separate, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really hard.
Yeah.
And talking about career and making it work, on the way into work this morning, as I was walking along the road to get here, I actually said the words. I was looking at the mums taking their children to school. This mum walked past with the pram. And in my head, the words went through my head, which said, I think I'm going to have to kiss goodbye to my career because I just want to be with the kids. So on that downer,
It's hard. No, it's hard.
It's really hard.
I've got a radio show starting on Saturday, and I'm so happy about it. It's literally wanted a radio show since the beginning of time.
Which station?
It's Classic FM, 12
Lovely.
to 3. But I
How eccentric is that?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So it's wonderful.
It's quite
It is wonderful.
I'm so excited.
I know it's going to be great.
Are you doing it live?
Yes, but I've just signed away 48 weeks a year Saturdays with my young children. Like, that mum guilt is unbelievable, and yet how cool for them to tune in and hear that. And so I know what you're saying. I think I'm just going to have to walk a year, or you just keep doubling down, walk away,
But
or you
it's
just
mad
keep
though,
doubling
right? Because
down.
as a woman, I can listen to you doing that and go, I think that's fantastic, because you do need your own thing. You do need to be able to do that. And they will look at you and go, oh my God, that's just amazing, man. That's just brilliant. And also you think, that is like one Saturday. You've got so much time with them.
Yeah.
But it's mad because you do have mum guilt. So you yourself think, oh my God. But as a woman looking, at that, I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Roxanne, who's incredible and an amazing artist in her own right, just said to me, it all exists at the same time. And I just think that that's been the most truthful thing that I've heard about this motherhood experience. Firstly, I find it really quite psychedelic. It's so, to have so many emotions happening at once, to be kind of terrified and so extremely blissful and all these things. It's so wild. But I do think that it's exactly that. It's like having that moment of, okay, well, I'm going to be at home. That's my trajectory now. And then literally an hour later thinking, actually, I've got a film in me.
Yeah.
And I think that's really all okay. And then it all needs to exist at once. And we should just go on that ride, because it's amazing.
And we're all going to be a bit tired, but we're all going to try our best to, fulfill our artistic dreams. And I think that's what retirement's all about, isn't it? We bust our balls, and then one day we just sit
Well,
there
it's
and
happening
listen
from
to
now.
me
You're
on Classic
kissing your
FM.
career goodbye. And your
Please
friendship. This is the end.
This is it. This is our last episode.
Can
We're
I
not doing
also
it
say
after this
about
one.
radio, this
Yeah.
career for you, which I'm really excited about, because radio is one of my truest loves in terms of a medium. and a form of communication. It's going to be incredible because live radio is so fun.
It's the best.
It's so
It's
good.
the best.
And you're so lucky for your hours.
Yeah. You
So
did
don't
so
worry
much
about the
breakfast
12
stuff.
to 3 every Saturday. Because when I used to do all these breakfast shows, of which I did so many over the years.
Here comes the jealousy and resentment.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Let's get some more drinks.
quickly.
Who are you?
But like, I remember thinking this is setting me up for being a mum one day if I ever am,
Interesting.
because it's so intense on like the psyche to like get up and be like, I haven't spoken to anyone else in the world, but I have to kind of perform, and it's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
So relish.
you're right. No, you're right.
Relish the beauty of the show that
Yes.
you've got.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. And do you know what? A breakfast show. Hell.
Forget it.
Yeah. I don't know how
Interrupt
you
you
did
with
it.
your game.
Yeah, we're
sorry.
going to do this.
Right,
Sorry.
come on then.
So we end the meal with a game.
Okay.
And if you win, you will get a tea towel, which is just hanging on the door behind you.
Fantastic.
From Series 1. And today's game,
Oh,
All right.
I like it. Oh God.
you are going to have to, with a straw, carry a grape from a plate into a cup, and then the other person on the team will take it from the cup to a plate.
Great.
Okay.
So simple.
Okay.
Are we teams against each other?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
great.
like your fishnet glove.
Thank
I
you.
know. Where did this go?
We have a different glove every episode.
Well, there's one.
When we have our dinner parties, we need to wear fishnet gloves.
Do you remember when you used to wear stockings?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
She used to just go. We just go to the pub and Jen would just have like hold up stockings on. I was like, "You're so hot. What's happening?"
The years of indie sleeves, what can I
It's
say?
so good.
I find it very difficult to get enthusiastic about these games.
Okay.
He hates
okay.
them. He's so
No,
miserable
it's
about
okay.
them.
That's okay.
They're thrust upon us.
Yeah, no, that's
We're
all right.
not briefed about this.
Yeah, fair
I do
enough.
have to say I like them.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Go.
Are we going to end up like hyperventilating? Are you blowing?
Well done.
She's done it.
She is perfect.
I think I said I wasn't competitive about 10 minutes ago, didn't I?
Gemma's going to pass out. Recommended activity at this pregnant.
Yeah. Don't go into labour because this is like
We won!
they've done it. They've done it.
I'm out of breath. Well, then you
Are you all right? Oh my God! If I
I'm saying about being delirious in my
tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Crazy now.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
That was a natural high. Just a little bit of asphyxiation there to get us through our afternoon.
Straws around the table at the end of a dinner party. There we go.
Oh God! Thank you so much for coming on our
Thanks
podcast.
for having us.
It's been really joyous. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm Dawn, by the way.
Gemma.
Thanks so much for joining us on today's Table for Four. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And follow the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. All the recipes from the series can be found on the Good Food app.
Well,
We
that
need
was
to-
lovely.
Wasn't it?
The chicken.
Those
was
two
gorgeous.
love each other.
Oh my gosh, that was so nice. Just
I
that
could have just listened to them bigging each other up all
Yeah.
day. Well, we did do that.
Yeah, but just that friendship and that warmth and that womanhood and that support.
That's what
That
it's all
was
about.
lovely.
It was lovely, wasn't it? Wasn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
And Gemma was getting quite tearful. I don't know whether that's
That the
normal or whether it's the
hormones or-
hormones.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sweet though.
But no, they were great. I basically want Dawn to look after me forever. I just wanted to go to her house and I want her to put me in a cocoon and I then want her to feed me.
And then catch your vomit in her hands.
Yes, that would make the end of a perfect evening. I would love that.
And then, I think what we can safely say is we'd like to be friends with both of them.
Yes. Have you ever had a friend catch your vomit in their hands?
No.
Would you catch my vomit in your hands?
No.
I bet you would.
I'd just like you to be sick into the bin.